Deep in the eucalyptus forests of Australia, a small bird performs one of the most astonishing acts in the natural world. It doesn't hunt lions like the honey badger or terrify prey like the anglerfish. Instead, it survives and thrives through the mastery of sound. This is the story of the lyrebird, the greatest impressionist in the animal kingdom. At first glance, the lyrebird doesn't look unusual. About the size of a pheasant, it has strong legs, a graceful body, and in the males, a magnificent tail shaped like a lyre, the ancient Greek harp. But what makes this bird legendary is not its appearance. It is its voice. The lyrebird can copy almost any sound it hears, from the complex calls of other birds to the grinding roar of human machines. Scientists studying the lyrebird have documented over 300 different sounds in a single bird's repertoire. These aren't crude copies, they're nearly perfect imitations. To a casual listener, it is almost impossible to distinguish the lyrebird's mimicry from the real thing. Imagine walking through the forest and hearing the sharp crack of a camera shutter, only to realize it came from the throat of a bird. The most famous recordings of lyrebirds show them mimicking chainsaws, the metallic whine, the revving engine, even the sputtering startup. Others have been caught copying car alarms, rifle shots, and even human laughter. This incredible ability has turned the lyrebird into a global sensation, but the question remains, why does it do this? For the lyrebird, mimicry is survival. In the dense forest, sound travels farther than sight. Males use their astonishing voices to attract mates, weaving together complex symphonies of borrowed sounds. A male may sing for hours, mixing natural bird calls with the mechanical noises of the modern world. To the females, the complexity of the song signals intelligence, stamina, and genetic fitness. The better the mimic, the better the chances of passing on his genes. But mimicry is not just about mating. It is also about dominance. By copying the calls of predators or rival species, lyrebirds can trick competitors into thinking an area is already occupied or dangerous. In some cases, they even use mimicry to startle other animals away from food sources. In the battle for survival, sound becomes a weapon. One of the most fascinating aspects of the lyrebird's mimicry is how it evolves with the environment. In forests near logging areas, birds incorporate chainsaws. Near cities, they copy car alarms and construction noises. In more remote habitats, their songs are filled with the calls of kookaburras, cockatoos, and other native species. The lyrebird's song is a mirror of its world, a living archive of the sounds that surround it. This ability has sparked deeper scientific questions. How does a bird's brain store and reproduce such an enormous library of sounds? Neuroscientists studying lyrebirds have found that their song centers are highly developed, rivaling even those of parrots and songbirds. The precision of their mimicry suggests not just memory, but fine motor control of the syrinx, the bird's vocal organ. The lyrebird also raises profound philosophical questions. If a creature can perfectly copy the voices of others, what does that say about individuality? Is the lyrebird's song its own, or is it a collection of borrowed identities? In a sense, the lyrebird challenges our ideas of originality, reminding us that in nature, imitation can be the highest form of artistry. And then there is the cultural impact. Indigenous Australian stories have long celebrated the lyrebird as a messenger, a creature that carries the voices of the forest. In modern times, it has become a symbol of resilience and creativity. The lyrebird even appeared on Australia's 10-cent coin, a national recognition of its extraordinary talents. Yet for all its fame, the lyrebird faces threats. Habitat destruction from logging and urban expansion reduces the space it needs to survive. Ironically, the very sounds it imitates, chainsaws, machinery, human industry, are often the forces erasing its home. Conservationists warn that without protection, this natural mimic could one day fall silent. The lyrebird teaches us that survival is not always about strength or size. Sometimes, it is about adaptability. By turning the sounds of the world into tools for survival, it has carved out a unique niche in nature. It is proof that evolution can create artists as well as warriors, musicians as well as predators. So the next time you hear the strange cry of a machine deep in the forest, listen closely. It may not be a chainsaw at all, but a lyrebird performing its astonishing symphony of survival. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. It will be interesting further on.